Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Word in the Raw. My name's Jen, and we're still dealing with Ezekiel. It's been quite a book so far. We're on chapter 8 of the book of Ezekiel. And like I said before, the title of chapter 8 is Idolatry in the Temple. As you know, it's been nothing but destruction for Israel in these scriptures. God is very pissed off at the idolatry of Israel. Makes me wonder if he's still pissed off at the idolatry of, America or the entire world right now. But he certainly was showing no mercy at all to Israel. So again, we're in the Word in the Raw, which means unfiltered, unprocessed. I'm just reading the Bible. I have not read this chapter ahead of time. It's going to be as new to me as it is to you. So without any further ado, and keep in mind, I'm not a pastor or theologian or Bible scholar. For those of you who have not seen my videos before, I'm just a girl who wants to get into the Word and understand the Word as much as I can from a layman's perspective. Okay? So I'm not going to get it all right. I'm not going to get interpretations all right or even words all right. I'm just going to read it and let's see what happens. Okay, so idolatry in the temple. Uh-oh. In the 6th year, in the 6th month, and on the 5th day, while I was sitting in my house, and the elders of Judah were sitting before me, the hand of the sovereign Lord came on me there. I looked and I saw a figure like that of a man. From what appeared to be his waist down, he was like fire. And from there up, his appearance was as bright as glowing metal. He stretched out what looked like a hand and took me by the hair of my head. Okay, so he's sitting in his house with elders, and suddenly we have another vision. Okay, looks like we're dealing with fire from the waist down and metal from the waist up, and he's lifting Ezekiel by the hair. Moving on, the Spirit lifted me up between earth and heaven, and in visions of God, he took me to Jerusalem, to the entrance of the north gate of the inner court, where the idol that provokes to jealousy stood. And there before me was the glory of the God of Israel, as in the vision I had seen in the plain. Trying to remember what plain. Maybe that'll come back to me. Verse 5, then he said to me, Son of man, look toward the north. So I looked, and in the entrance, north of the gate of the altar, I saw this idol of jealousy. Idol of jealousy. Now we know God is probably the jealousest I've ever, that's not a word, but the most jealous that I've ever read God being is in this book. So now we're talking about idols that are jealous. Okay, verse 6. And he said to me, Son of man, do you see what they are doing? The utterly detestable things the Israelites are doing here. Things that will drive me far from my sanctuary. But you will see things that are even more detestable. Verse 7, then he brought me to the entrance to the court. I looked and I saw a hole in the wall. He said to me, Son of man, now dig into the wall. So I dug into the wall and saw a doorway there. And he said to me, go in and see the wicked and detestable things they are doing here. So I went in. Now he's going into a hole in the wall. Okay. He dug into the wall, saw a doorway there. Now God is going to show him some detestable things. So I went in and looked, and I saw portrayed all over the walls all kinds of crawling things and unclean animals and all the idols of Israel. In front of them stood 70 elders of Israel. And Jazaniah, son of Shaphan, was standing among them. Each had a censer in his hand, and a fragrant cloud of incense was rising. Verse 12, he said to me, Son of man, have you seen what the elders of Israel are doing in the darkness, each at the shrine of his own idol? They say, the Lord does not see us. The Lord has forsaken the land. Again, he said, you will see them doing things that are even more detestable. Then he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of the Lord, and I saw women sitting there, mourning the god Tammuz. He said to me, do you see this, son of man? You will see things that are even more detestable than this. He then brought me to the inner court of the house of the Lord, and there at the entrance to the temple, between the portico and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs towards the temple of the Lord and their faces toward the east. They were bowing down to the sun in the east. He said to me, have you seen this, son of man? Is it a trivial matter for the people of Judah to do the detestable things they are doing here? Must they also fill the land with violence and continually arouse my anger? Why is God so mad? I mean, this is nothing but anger and rage. This whole thing for the last several chapters is nothing really but God's rage and anger and jealousy. Why does the creator of the universe, now I'm just thinking out loud here, I'm not doubting God. I know there's a God. I'm not doubting the Bible even. I'm just questioning, like, what would make the creator of this universe, think about it, not just the earth and the galaxy and the planets, but this whole universe and every other universe. Why would he care whether someone bowed down to an idol or a calf or burned incense to something that's not of him? Doesn't he want love that's like genuine? Doesn't he want people to love him from their own will? So if these people in Israel at this time are worshiping idols, that's their decision, isn't it? I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, isn't it their free will and decision to do it? Why would God, the Almighty, be upset? Like this upset. I mean, I could see him maybe being disappointed, hurt by his people wanting, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Let me see. Where are we now? Yeah, everything seems detestable. Verse 17, he said to me, have you seen this, son of man? It is a trivial matter for the people of Judah to do the detestable things they are doing here. Must they also fill the land with violence and continually arouse my anger? Look at them putting the branch to their nose. Therefore, I will deal with them in anger. I will not look on them with pity or spare them. Although they shout in my ears, I will not listen to them. Even if the Lord had made a covenant with Israel back before even Ezekiel, like we're talking back in the Genesis times or whatever, and say they broke the covenant. Again, isn't that their decision to make? And God doesn't want, this is what I've been taught, that God doesn't want our forced love. So him threatening these people, like, I'm going to level you out, scorched earth, anger, jealousy, that doesn't jive with the loving God that wants you to love him on your own, to come to him willingly. That's the only way love is real anyway. I wouldn't want to force someone to love me and then pound my fist when they don't do what I want them to do and get so angry. Isn't that what we all try to avoid? Yet, that's what God's doing so far here. Any of you who have a clue, put it on down there in the comment section. I mean, the whole entire Bible is supposed to be true, right? From Genesis to Revelation. Well, this is Ezekiel. And he's certainly having visions of God. And God is none too happy with Israel. Seriously, if someone out there listening to this video or watching this video could explain to me why God is so pissed, why does he care? If he has to force the Israelites to love him, what good is it? The threats and the scenarios here are just so extreme. It's just like more so than a jealous woman. I mean, this is like righteous jealousy. Well, that was chapter 8. Chapter 9 is called oh, how many chapters are there in Ezekiel? And I'm wondering if it's going to be the same throughout the entire book. You know, just God shaking his fist. Oh boy. Okay, so we have about 48 chapters of Ezekiel. I hope things get a little better throughout the book. Because so far, jeez. Anyway, the next chapter is chapter 9. And the title is called Judgment on the Idolaters. What a surprise. Anyway, thanks for tuning into The Word in the Raw today. I appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't visited my Etsy store, please do so. It's called Earth Tones by Jen, and I sell stuff like this on there. No, just kidding. But I do sell stuff like, in fact, this is one of the necklaces that I do sell on Etsy. So Earth Tones by Jen. Run on over there and check out the stuff. So anyway, thank you for joining me these last 13 minutes. I appreciate your time and attention, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Word in the Raw, and have a great day. Love ya. Bye-bye.